Hi, I'm Dr. Rose Miller. I'm a clinical psychologist, and Erin commented asking if I can influence her to get a master's in social work instead of a PhD, and the answer is absolutely yes. The thing is, if there's any part of you that really just wants to do clinical work, getting a PhD is a huge waste of time and opportunity cost. You're going to be losing money because you're going to spend way more time in school than you need to, that you can't actually charge for your therapy services. And instead of just going and getting an MSW, which yes, technically you might need to take out loans to pay for an MSW, like tuition, because in a PhD you can do fully funded like I did, where your tuition is paid for. But the downside of that I didn't really consider, and I encourage people to consider if they are at all interested in doing an MSW instead of a clinical PhD, is that an MSW school is going to take like 2 years, whereas with a PhD it might be like 6. So you might, like me, end up taking out student loans anyway because you have to pay for living expenses. And that way you're just like, there's way more years that you're vulnerable to losing money. If you have any part of you that really wants to do clinical work now, you can start doing clinical work independently a lot sooner with an MSW, and you're pretty much qualified to do all of the same things except for psychodiagnostic or cognitive assessments, which only psychologists can do. If you don't care about assessments like testing people for ADHD or neurodegenerative disorders, then absolutely get your MSW instead, and thank me later.